something to open the eyes of the people, not to let them accept Rastafari, but just to let them see and that they can show Rastafari the respect that they deserve.
We gathering around the fire flame. 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 Some people poses, they need a frame. I am a lion, we not the same. My elder with me round the fire flame. My elder with me round the fire flame. Fire flame, fire flame, fire flame. We tryna ball like a Laker game. We beat the drum round the fire flame. The empress so bad that I gotta claim. Young Mai, she called me my nickname. I was born like a lion, I wasn't trained. And I told that little empress I'm hard to tame. We spark and we pass round the fire flame.
Each one teach one. Stay away from fuck niggas and take care of your moms.
Time for a change of the guard. Time for a change of the guard.
Hit the motherfucking Cash App scam guard. This is what you niggas want.
You guys want to go see a dead body? Y'all want to see a dead body? Yeah. Damn. I feel like a dog died. Look like Freddy Krueger got him. He stink. That's how they smell after a while. I wonder why I take the people so long to pick them up.
Yeah, what's happening? What's happening? I was contemplating on whether I should go live right now. Wait till later, cause I don't know. My son might wake up and cut this live short. But I was like, let me just go live now and get it out the way. But I might just cut it short if it ain't enough people in here to see this live. So let's give it a little minute, see if some more people come in. Hotep to my brother Chavis McCrae in the Blizzard Ilden. Any Herrick Calfani, my Senny is in the cut. Teddy User, my aunt Ross, the Nefru's in the building. Yeah, share the show, hit the like button. Let's see if we can get this out to some people. I've been trying to go live with this for a few days now, but you know, time didn't permit it. As well as a hurricane. Shout out to all my people in Florida who survived the hurricane. I want to say doo-off to my Senny Ujau Iri Ma'at, who went on Facebook Live yesterday and mentioned me, you know what I'm saying, showed concern. So, you know, appreciate that, bro. So, yeah, hit the like button. Hopefully get some people in here. If I don't get 10 people in here, I'm going to just wait till later, man. I ain't expecting a whole bunch of views, but you know what I'm saying, at least double digits be. Because this needs to be heard, man. This needs to be out there. This information needs to be out there, y'all. Shout out to the brother Smash Rockwell. This is a response in response to him, his video. He had a live maybe a week ago, introduced, or maybe 2 weeks ago, I think he first came out and introduced the community to an African scholar by the name of Sandro Capo-Chichi. And I don't know if Chichi told him or not, but he made it seem like, you know, he just reached out to some random African scholar. But come to find out, this scholar already had words with John Claude Mboli already. He already had words together about this same subject. So I don't know if the good doctor told you, Brother Smash, but that's some information he should have told you. That's some information that should be out there, matter of fact. So I'll be the one to put it out there. You know how I do it. So yeah, these two were in prior discussions, and y'all about to see a dead body. Hopefully, if I get 10 people in here, y'all gonna see a dead body. I'm losing people, so y'all must don't want to see no dead body. I can't procrastinate too long because my son gonna wake up and cut this short, and I gotta go pick my peoples up in a little while. So let's try to get some people in here, y'all. I'm gonna show I'm gonna show the dead body scene real quick. Then I'll come back and see if we got enough people so I can go.
You guys want to go see a dead body? Y'all want to see a dead body? Yeah. Damn. I feel like a dog died. Look like Freddy Krueger got him. He stink. That's how they smell after a while. I wonder why I take the people so long to pick them up.
Yeah, yeah. I know it's kind of early right now. People still getting off work and stuff, so I'm gonna just get started, man. Shit. I know I ain't the most popular, but y'all do me a favor and share this stream so people can catch this later.
I'm in fear of my life. I'm in fear of getting maimed or disabled by violence.
Bitch ass. Yeah, so let's go. Let me show you this real quick. This was a post that was done maybe back in 2018. I'm not sure the exact date. But here it is right here in a group called let me see. In Africa Kemet Group. African Kemet Group, that's the name of the group. And the good professor, Dr. Sandro Capo-Chichi, ended up blocking some people. He had a little block party, so we had to somebody had to put it in a PDF, save it in PDF. That's like a tactic, a very smart tactic to use to keep everything on record, because when you start beating people up on Facebook or anywhere in the chat and y'all going back and forth, people like to delete comments, and people like to block you after you beat them up and all of that stuff. So this is a good practice to do. You save the comments. You can save the whole post on PDF. Brother Ujao Iri Ma'at put me onto that. So that's a very good tactic to keep everybody on record. You know what I mean? Because people be pump faking out here, fronting. So you see the two beautiful African sisters on the cover, one representing Kemetiu and the other representing Desharu, black and red. I think Capo-Chichi might have made this post. I'm not sure who made the post. But that's neither here nor there. We got the post. We got it, yo. So let me go over here so I can scroll up. This is the link to the picture right here. That's all that is. Okay, and this is part of the post right here. The black woman must honor herself with class, decency, discipline, ethics, cleanliness, respect, and the highest morality, love, and protection. Some of y'all might know her in the chat. This is a sister named Deidre Ramsey McIntyre. She's very knowledgeable of the language and knowledgeable of ancient Kemet. So she chimes in a lot in these groups, in these scholastic groups right here. So you're gonna see how she's she's gonna be doing some beating up too. So let's get into it. Oh, my son just woke up, man. I might have to do this later, man. He done knocked his gate down. Uh-oh, here we go. I don't know, y'all. What you doing up already, man? But check it out. This is what she wrote. She wrote, this is why claiming Kemet means skin color is problematic. No people were addressed as Desser or Jesser. And why on earth would people in the desert be lighter brown as some sort of warped rule? Which is a very good question. What's wrong, man? So this should help y'all also, to follow the argument, because people is making straw man arguments. So this little thing right here is gonna help you follow the argument. But I'm gonna play this. Do you want to see a dead body, one more time? So give my son something to eat or some snacks so he can chill out. 'Cause he got the sad face on. Hold up.
You guys want to go see a dead body? Y'all want to see a dead body? Yeah. Damn. I feel like a dog died. Look like Freddy Krueger got him. He stink. That's how they smell after a while. I wonder why I take the people so long to pick them up.
Hit the motherfucking Cash App scam God. This is what you niggas want.
My bad, y'all. My bad. I had to give my son a snack real quick. Shout out to Everything is Everything in the chat. Info over everything. Word up. That's what I'm about. Yeah. Peace to my brother Pure Black in the building. Make yourself known in the chat. So yeah, the good sister Deidre McIntyre makes a good point. Why are people in the desert? It's all Africa, by the way. So why are people in the desert light skinned for some reason where there's no shade at? But the people near the Nile is dark skinned. So yeah, that's a good point. And she continues, oh hold on. Okay, that's the same joint. Alright, hold on. Why am I going in circles? Sheesh. Alright, here we go. Bear with me. Something is skipping. Okay, this is a brother named Kwesi Mafefo Kadiko. And he responds to Deidre saying, this is just a black beauty appreciation post. People who are lighter skinned or those who are dark brown with reddish undertones are all called red in some African cultures. This is where the red bone in African American context might have come from. Okay, so the brother says the term red bone might have originated in Africa. Okay, in West Africa. I don't know why it's scrolling like this, but y'all gonna have to bear with me. I don't know why it's doing this, man. It's going back and forth, tripping. Let me see something. Maybe if I make it smaller. Wow, it's tripping. Why is you skipping shit? Let's see. Because we don't want to miss nothing, so I don't want to skip nothing. Let me go to the, let me see. Let me try to go right to the document. Maybe that'll help. No, I ain't might write the document, so bear with me, y'all. Tripping. The scroll is tripping. How is the scroll tripping? Alright, so Deidre responds to the brother Kwezi. What African ethnic groups do this? Stop it. Shaking my head. Then the brother responds to Deidre saying, Southern Africa. People who are light skinned can be referred to as Bamvu, red. Which African language do you speak? What is the basis of your objection? Uh-oh, so the brother came back hard. Right, he said that they call each other Bamvu, which is red in the African language, South African language. So what language you speak, sis, that you could have an objection? Then she comes back, of course. And that is because of Europeans and their colorism. There is no evidence of African nomenclature of Africans categorizing themselves by colors. Kemet never did that for themselves or any of their allies or enemies. I'm going to try to read it with the and not do the typos. I'm going to try to read without the typos of what I think they was trying to say. It is just not there. You can't apply what amounts to white racist terms to ancient cultures where there's literally no evidence. Okay, so she's saying that it might be in a language, but it didn't originate with the Africans. It came through the Europeans with their colorism, which is a good point. And she goes on to say, the evidence is that Kemet, like Desheret, are geographic terms, and black people who resemble one another were in both areas. The lifestyles were different, just as agricultural versus nomadic African lifestyles are different today. This is supported by African linguists beyond Coptic. Now that's a deep little statement right there. I might have to get out a bomb. Let me see, because when she made this statement, the brother never responded back. So that's how you know this happened.
Bang, bang, bang.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, she continues to say the evidence is that Kemet, like that. Oh, I just read that, right? They're geographic terms. Has nothing to do with the skin color of the people, which makes a lot of sense if I say so myself. And let's see if I can scroll up without messing up. Okay, so now John Claude Mboli chimes in. And we can't see the scholar Sandro Capo-Chichi's comments because he had a block party. If you just coming in, I don't know if he blocked the SAR or if he blocked the SAR and Mboli. But they were blocked and you can't see his comments. So you're gonna see Mboli is smart, like a lot of us on Facebook, because we know people like to delete our comments and like to block us after we bust them out. So before they can do that, we make sure that we put their comments in parentheses before we respond to them. And that's what Mboli did right here, is you're gonna see, which was very smart because he ended up getting blocked after this. So peace to my brother Robert Rand in the piece, in the cut, my bad, in the place to busy. So then John Claude Mboli says, Sandro Capo-Chichi, could you elaborate on how my argument, sir, are seriously flawed? How my arguments, sir, are seriously flawed? So he didn't put the parentheses in this comment, but I'm sure that the brother Sandro Capo-Chichi was telling the sister Deidre how, because she said in the last comment, if you do the linguistic work beyond Coptic, you will see that it has nothing to do with skin color. So Chichi must have responded to her saying, that's seriously flawed or whatever, and Mboli's work is flawed or whatever. So this is Mboli responding to the brother Chichi. So then you have Deidre McIntyre replies. She's still going in. Like I said, this sister be going in, yo. Check it out. Sandro Capo-Chichi, there is no evidence of it in Kemet. Of all the nomenclature in Kemet, why does Kemet have several words for the colors black and red? If Kemet and Desheret supposedly mean those colors exclusively, then why is Desheret clearly the desert with an absence of the literal color red in the environment. Y'all get that? Y'all see what she's saying? She's saying that if you see Deseret, it's supposed to mean colors, but what it's representing is a dry desert, which has no literal color red in it. But let me continue. Hopefully y'all caught on to that. Since when do lighter skinned people live in an African desert? Are we trying to claim Fulbi, Tubal, or unmixed Tuareg are noticeably lighter skin tone than other Africans when that's not even true? Why would Kemet be black when referencing the nation when it's clearly used as antithesis to the desert and the soil itself? Excuse me. Desert and soil itself is rarely even ink black. Why would the Ramesh word for skin be the same words for leather, inum and miska, and not reference the soil at all? So you see the sister is definitely going in, yo. She continues, the comparison is to agriculturalists versus nomads. There are no light-skinned, as a rule, ethnic groups as desert nomads in Africa. The human remains, even in pre-dynastic Libya, are always clearly black people, i.e., Yuan Mugayig. Moreover, these same Libyans live with Kemet itself with no phenotype diversity differences. But again, the Ramesh word for human skin was the same word they used for leather, animal hide, /animal hide. So they aren't comparing skin color. They are comparing opposing lifestyles, which she mentioned earlier. The nomad versus the agriculturalist. So I don't know if Deidre's, I'm pretty sure she has a degree, but I'm not sure if she's a linguist or anything like that, or Egyptologist, nothing like that. Technically, but it doesn't matter because she knows her stuff to a very good degree. So, and it sounds like she read Mboli's work. She continues, moreover, the depictions of Libyans still cultural link to Africans such as Fulbe, and I'd even say the Maasai today, from hairstyles to red ochre to yellow ochre to tattoos and ostrich feathers, etc. Nothing is red-skinned, light-skinned as compared to other Africans among them.
Bang, bang, bang.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
We don't appeal to authority over here, yo. We don't care what papers you got. We care what you can demonstrate. And this sister's demonstrating right here. And I don't see none of her papers. I haven't been seeing. I don't know about them. I just seen her around Facebook. She continues, Sandro Capo-Chichi, here's the problem with the current criticism you are placing with Mboli's work. It can still mean fertile land, farmland, / a region of geography as a municipal term. And as a primary point of evidence, Coptic itself uses two different words for the country name. For the country name, they use Kami, and for the color black, they use Kamam. So the black bull is irrelevant to the municipal name, in as much as the bull, the bottom bull, is not black in color or even labeled as Kem. So it can't possibly be the color black. Shit.
The Hootie, get the record button ready.
She's going in and she leaves shows a primary. And as you can see, oh my goodness, that's why I hate trying to enlarge stuff, bro. I'm on a whole nother page now, probably. Here we go. Hopefully y'all can see this right here. Alright, she shows the her source. And as you can see, this is Kem. See the glyph right here for Kem, but as you can see, the cow is red. It's not black. So that hurt right there. That hurt right there, yo. That's why we don't appeal to authority. But the only part about this is Deidre didn't put the good brother Sandro Capo-Chichi's his comments or replies in parentheses. So we don't know what we gotta guess what he was saying, but he must have brought up the cows too. The black cows. Wow, this junk is jumping everywhere. Alright, here we go. Let me see if I can get this on my screen right. Whenever this thing is bugging out, yo. Hopefully I get through this, man. I just want it larger so I can read it, yo. Come on, man. Stop playing with me like that. Alright. So here John Claude Mboli chimes back in. Sandro Capo-Chichi, please find below my comments on your comments. Note that the guideline here is to remind you that there are homonyms / homographs in the Egyptian language / script. Thus, you have words such as kem, black, kem, become complete, etc., which are just homographs, and no one even knows if they are homophones, which means they have the same, because of the, we don't know if they're homophones because we don't know the vowel sequence or not. This is the prerequisite. So he's telling the scholar Sandro Capo-Chichi, he's telling them that you got to be mindful of homophones, homographs. Words that are spelled look the same but are different. They might have the same consonant cluster, but they're different words because we can't see the vowels. We don't know what the vowel structure is. So that's what he's trying to remind the brother, and that's like a rookie mistake right there. So this lets me know that maybe Sandro Capo-Chichi might be a killer or the bomb at doing linguistics in his field. When he steps outside of his field and tries to go into historical comparative linguistics, he's out of his, he's out of his playing field. He's not in his lane no more. So this is probably why he's getting beat up right now, or ran over. So John Claude Mboli says, you say, because like I said, he put his Sandro Capo-Chichi's comments in parentheses, which was smart. He says, you say, on the top of my head, first you said the Egyptians never made any connection between Kemet and Kem, the color black, which is false. Okay, so that's the end of Capo-Chichi's comment. I'm gonna read it again. You say, I'm not gonna say you say. This is Capo-Chichi talking. So I'm not trying not to confuse y'all. On top of my head, first you said the Egyptians never made any connection between Kemet and Kem, the color black, which is false. Then Mboli responds, what is your evidence? Please provide me with a primary source in which they explicitly link Kemet, the land of Egypt, and the black color. Moreover, your comment is very confusing. By Kemet, which word are you speaking about? Kemet completion? Kemet ajar? Kemet the land of Egypt? Or Kemet the Egyptians? All four are distinct words from distinct roots, as expressed by their use of specific determinatives. Why one determinative sign, papyrus roll, equals abstract words for the first word. W24 determinative sign is a pot, which equals for the word for containers. 049 determinative sign is the city, which equals place names. Sign A1, sign B1, and sign Z2 combined for a collection of humans, or combined are signs for a collection of humans. Failing to make these important distinctions, let me move this window out of my way. Y'all can't see it, but it's in my way. Okay, to make these important distinctions invalidate all the rest of your comment. If you are referring to Kemet as the land of Egypt, please provide the primary source. So you see, he's doubling down on what he said in his last comment. You still not recognizing that there's homographs. So you got to go further with homographs. You don't know what the vowel sequence is. Look in the chat. Make sure y'all still with me. We got a few more people. Y'all share the show. Hit the like button so more people can see this, because it definitely needs to be seen. Shout out to Robert Rand again. My brother, everything is everything. Edward Enigma 9 by 9. That's my bro right there. YouTube 91. And that good guy. Peace, family. And Mboli continues. He says, Capo-Chichi, then you said that the list of toponyms you wrote is enough evidence to provide that Kem has nothing to do with the black color of the soil. Who even claimed that Kemware region of the Bitter Lakes was a reference to the black soil, though? Let me read that again so y'all don't. This is Sandro Capo-Chichi talking right here. When you say that the list of toponyms you wrote is enough evidence to prove that Kem has nothing to do with the black color of the soil, who even claimed that Kemware region of the Bitter Lakes was a reference to the black soil, though? Then Mboli responds, did you actually read my text? People like you who fail to distinguish between homographs make the claim thinking Kemware should be translated as Great Black Land. Do you see the problem you're in? Damn.
Bang, bang, bang.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
I didn't know Mboli went this hard for real, for real. But Mboli be going hard, yo. And Mboli, you could tell Mboli was waiting for somebody, a scholar, to question him because he's going all in right now. He's like, yo, let's get it on right here, right now. Let's go. Did you read my text? People like you who fail to distinguish between homographs make the claim thinking Kemware should be translated as Great Black Land. Do you see the problem you're in? Because the good scholar Chichi said that he didn't even claim that Kemware region was referring to the black soil. I guess he's saying this refers to the black people. Moving on. Sandro Capo-Chichi, in parentheses. There is an early hymn to Osiris where Kemware is written with the determinative of a wall and has led some Egyptologists to interpret it as a place surrounded by a great black wall. And then Mboli responds, are you among those Egyptologists who made such a horrible translation? Damn. Y'all hear that, man?
The Hootie, get the record button ready.
This brother ain't playing, bro. He's going hard, man. Fish, good job. So, and Mboli ain't pulling no punches. Hold on, man. Hold on, go over there. Shh. He said, wow, let me get back to it. I done lost where I was at, man. Are you among those Egyptologists who made this such a horrible translation? You can see per your own example that determinatives matter. If a wall is used as a determinative, this means that a wall is implied in the meaning or something else in the same semantic field. It has nothing to do with black. By interpreting it as a place surrounded by a great black wall, these Egyptologists have made the same errors as you, going beyond the actual data by adding great and black in the meaning. Please don't do that anymore. Bro, don't do that, man. Play with your tablet. Sit down, chill out, man. So please don't do that no more. Number 4, moving along. Sandro Capo-Chichi says, you also have many other writings for Threbus, Nome, and City, with determinatives different from the ones you listed. There is no difference between the alleged Nome of Threbus, Kemet, and the city of Threbus, Kemware. Both have the same etymology, which was Kemware as a reference to the black bull, which was the heraldic animal of the Nome and the city, as shown by often as the determinative of the bull, can where, can we. Oh man, I can't. My son is bugging right. He's distracting me. So I'm gonna take a break real quick to get my son situated so he ain't running wild and distracting me. So give me a second, y'all. Shout out to my sister, CK the poet in the building.
Something to open the eyes of the people. Not to let them accept Rastafari, but just to let them see and that they can show Rastafari the respect that they deserve.
We gathering around the fire flame. 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 Some people poses, they need a frame. I am a lion, we not the same. My elder with me round the fire flame. My elder with me round the fire flame. Fire flame, fire flame, fire flame. We tryna ball like a Laker game. We beat the drum round the fire flame. The empress so bad that I gotta claim. Young Mai, she called me my nickname. I was born like a lion, I wasn't trained. And I told that little empress I'm hard to tame. We spark and we pass round the fire flame.
You guys wanna go see a dead body? Y'all wanna see a dead body? Yeah. Damn. I feel like a dog died. Look like Freddy Krueger got him. He stink. That's how they smell after a while. I wonder why I take them to this.
I'm back. Let me try to get through this. Okay, so the brother Sandro Capo-Chichi says, you also have many other writings for Thebes, Nome, and City, with determinatives different from the ones you listed. There is no difference between the alleged Nome of Thebes, Kemet, and the city of Thebes, Kemwer. Both have the same etymology, which was Kemwer, as a reference to the black bull, which was the heraldic animal of the Nome and city, as shown by the often used determinative of the bull, Kemwer, Kemwe, Kemu, Kemi, written with the T by error, as it was not pronounced anymore, but written in the case of many toponyms. Brother Mboli responds, what a confusion. Nothing in this piece of comment links Kemwer to black. You said that they have the same etymology, leading to a black bull, but who told you so? Provide the primary source. I have to remind you that your black bull is not black at all. Indeed, Kem is another Egyptian word for bull. Ouch. And you can find their exact phonetic counterpart in Bantu languages. This is another error from failing to distinguish between homographs. Same thing, same problem. So you see a pattern here. What Mboli's trying to do is to get the brother Sandro Chichi to actually demonstrate. Instead of just pulling out quotes from other scholars or other translations, other people's translations. He wants the linguist to do the work himself and demonstrate how he links Kem, black, to the nation of Kemet. So let me continue on. This is Sandro Capo-Chichi, the good professor. You also have the morphophonology of late Egyptian, which confirms that Kemet was a feminine adjective meaning black. Also, there is no district of Ka-Kem. This is most likely one single instance of Kemwer, with the determinative of the bull as a reference to a Thebes. And Mboli is outraged in response. Seriously? First of all the Kemets we're speaking on are not adjectives but nouns. It is true that there exists an adjective Kemet, which is the feminine counterpart of the masculine Kem black, but it has nothing to do with our four Kemet that he already listed. What a confusion here. T is the suffix of feminine in the formation of adjective, but T in Kemet, land of Egypt, is one of the nominal suffixes for place names. There are many others such as W or NW. T in Kemet, completion, is a suffix for abstract nouns. There are also many others I invite you to find yourself through. Oh, you can hit him hard with this one. I invite you to find yourself through an ancient Egyptian grammar manual such as Gardner's. Ouch. So he's basically saying Sandro Chichi don't know the grammar.
Bang, bang, bang.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
And Mboli was ready for warfare. He got a 600-page book on the subject. Yo, he's ready for this fight right here. Sandro Chichi, you wasn't ready right here. First you got beat up by Deidre, and now Mboli is giving it to you right now. He's actually teaching you about the grammar. You don't even know about the Egyptian grammar like that, and it's proven by your comments and questions. And then and Mboli's like, watch me beat this dude up. Y'all want to see your body? So Mboli tagged Asar and Wujau, Sanjeti, and some other people. Because he wanted them to see this dead body he had on Facebook real quick. Wow. And Mboli, yo. And Mboli from the street, bro. He ain't no nerd, dude. Y'all sleeping on him, Mboli. He was like, yo, Howard Johnson, Ujau, Sujeti. There is another interesting discussion on here. On the meaning of Kemet. Please notice the kind of errors people are doing by not distinguishing between homographs, and it still goes on now. We see it every day when people bring up this subject. This makes even more urgent my work on the vocalization of ancient Egyptian languages. Damn. And boy was like, yo, come look at this dead body real quick, man.
You guys want to go see a dead body? Y'all want to see a dead body? Yeah.
That's funny.
That's crazy. Be careful who you following, yo. Be careful out there. You never know. Somebody might be giving you the wrong info. Alright, so then Mboli gives props to Deidre. Well said on this Chem equals Black Bull thing. Sandro Chichi needs to fully read my book, like many others. Then Deidre Ramsey, Deidre replies, there is no way that bull is Chem for the color black, even though it is labeled by the name. It is not intended to be the color of the bull. It is about controlling a bunch of cattle herding regions, and one of those regions was Chem, who are symbolized by a brown cow, not a black cow. Damn.
The Hootie, get the record button ready.
So Claude Mboli responds, Sandro Capo-Chichi, he didn't put a parentheses on the, I don't think he put a parentheses on his comment right here, but it looks like he responded to, because I've read Sandro Capo-Chichi's article on this same subject, and he brings up Plutarch in that article also, so I'm sure he brought up the source of Plutarch, mentioning, the black of the eye, iris and all of that stuff. But let's read. Sandro Capo-Chichi, number 1. Plutarch is not the primary source I asked you to provide. Second, so yo, ouch, bro. This is a scholar he's talking to right here, and y'all claiming that there's people out here claiming that Mboli is a pseudo linguist, like he don't got no degrees or nothing. But he handing your dude that got the degree, he handed him in his ass right now. He handed him his ass. That's why he blocked right now. So don't beat me in the head with these you know what I'm saying, doctorate degrees and all. I respect degrees and all of that, but I respect the truth more than that. You know what I'm saying? I respect the work you put in, you know what I'm saying? The consistency you had to put in the drive you had to have to finish them courses and all of that stuff, that's nothing to sneeze at. But when it's head to head with the truth and demonstration, you still gotta demonstrate. I'm not taking your word for it because you got a piece of paper. Especially when you're not even in your lane, you're not in your field right now. You dealing with something you don't usually deal with, which is comparative historical linguistics. And you could tell he doesn't have a handle on that. He doesn't even have a handle on Egyptian grammar like that. Because Mboli is demonstrating a few things to him. But let's go. Sandro Capo-Chichi. 1. Plutarch is not the primary source I asked you to provide. 2nd, I am disappointed you cite the phrase Jer Neti Kemet, Nut Jed Eret Wasir Jefej S Pu. Because Kemet, Egypt written with the 049 sign as a determinative, is said of Osiris's eye, its pupil. He's talking about the translation Capo-Chichi used. We'll probably see it a little later. I'm sure we'll see it a little later. As a direct proof of your assertion, I still don't see any association between Kemet, the land, and Kem as the black color. Did you? You still overinterpret the text that doesn't even use the word Kem pupil. The text doesn't even use the word for pupil, Kem, but it refers to the more general term Eret, eye. It is not even the situation, he's killing them right here, where they conceive the humans Remech as Ra, tears, Ramit. Do you see the difference? Please come with a primary source for your assertions and stop over-interpreting things. Do not put your own feet in the scribe's shoes.
Bang, bang, bang.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Damn. He is handing this dude his ass right now. Pause. No homo. He busting your boy's ass right now, yo. Everybody can see it. You don't even gotta be too up on this subject to see who's winning this argument right now, yo. He said, don't put your own feet in the scribe's shoes. You over-interpreting shit, bro. Ouch. And I got this big enough so y'all can come back and pause and read it for yourself if you want to, if you really want to get the info. You know, if my reading is too bad for you to understand, you can just come back, pause, you know, and read it for yourself. John Claude Mboli continues. Sandro Capo-Chichi, please don't pass forward your own feelings as proof. You see the link, though? You see the link through the black colorist? But others could have other feelings, such as precious thing. In both cases, this is only feelings, not proof. Damn. So he basically saying you appealing to your feelings instead of appealing to the facts, bro. Bruh. Y'all seeing what I'm saying? This is why you can't appeal to authority, bro. You gotta appeal to those who demonstrate and do the work. If you don't know the subject matter yourself, or if you can't look into it yourself. But let's continue. John Claude Mboli continues to say, Sandro Capo-Chichi, the gender difference between Kemet, land of Egypt, and Kemwer, the Bitter Lakes region, is irrelevant. Gender is irrelevant here, as long as semantics is the concern. Place names are sometimes feminine, sometimes masculine. What matters in this discussion is the etymology of both words. Please read my book till the end in order to best understand how the two gender system appeared in the Egyptian language. So it's pretty clear that Mboli knows that this scholar didn't read his whole work. And this is a scholar that can read French, by the way. But let's continue. Sandro Capo-Chichi, you're wrong again on your Hejet Desheret. Indeed, those two objects are explicitly painted in their respective colors, white for Hejet and red for Desheret. Those colors act as determinatives, and we cannot interpret them differently for this very reason. Again, if you read my book till the end, you'll find that even this color association is a recent thing in pre-Egyptian, as the true meaning of hedge is just chief. Things are very complex in historical linguistics, and people need to be rigorous and cautious. Well said. Sandro Capo-Chichi. Oh man, I skipped it. Sandro Capo-Chichi, again, you failed to make the required distinction between quadi homographs, chem, where in this phrase is not the same as chem, where the Bitter Lakes region. Please pay attention to determinatives. And this is what the session has to tell a lot of people too, that you got to pay attention to the determinatives because they classify the semantic range of the word. They tell you what the word means. You can't ignore the determinatives. We don't have the vowels. Then Deidre chimes back in. Had to take a second look. Faulkner has Kemet as meaning a herd of cattle. There is no color black associated with it. So, and she puts her source. Oh man, I hate when I gotta make it bigger for y'all to see, bro. Here we go. Hopefully y'all can see this in there. It's from Faulkner's dictionary, the word Kemet. And as you can see, there's no word for black in here. It doesn't say black cattle, it just says herd of cattle. Alright? So people are adding black to it. Even in other dictionaries. But let's go. Deidre continues. Moreover, in context, are we to believe there are green people based on a line claiming blackness? A religious text using metaphors or mistranslated is no evidence to the people and their skin, nor even the country name in this context. It literally is a narrative about two goddesses. It is not lost on me that even this is about the natural land and water environment. But it clearly isn't evidence about the Remetch unless they are given water people too. Unless they are green water people also. And Deidre puts this source in the chat. Let me get it big enough so y'all can read along with me. Hopefully y'all can see this. I'm squinting a little bit just to read it. Context of appearance of water in the pyramid text. With some bewilderment, one can observe that the great green Wajwer, namely the sea, does not appear in Uni's text at all, and in general appears 16 times, but the great continuousness, the ocean, Senwer, was referred to only once in the pyramid of Teddy. Text 198. And the translation says, your two sisters, Isis and Nephthys, have come to you. They make you sing, you greatly black in your name, of the great black lake. Greatly green in your name, of the great green. Look, you have become great and enclosed as the great continuous. Look, you have become encircled and round as the circuit that surrounds the external isles. Look, you have become round and big as he who surrounds the big water that perish. And as you can see from when this says 1 year ago from when this was saved to the PDF. So I think this is back in 2018 and 19. I'm not sure. I'll get that information. Deidre continues. Here, another analyst of the pyramid text being used to claim Kemet means black people is a religious text that is either mistranslated here or written metaphorically. We know it can't be taken literally because it is discussing deities and stating the identity is both black and green by these translations. So the fact that the second line is omitted to claim Kemet addressed itself using black but doesn't mention the exact same text states they are green means this cannot be used as any claim to physical phenotype identity. It is metaphorically about nature, however ironic that is. And you will find that in blackology, people use religious texts and metaphors to claim blackness. But as the good sister said, they ignored the green people. Ain't nobody claiming the green people right now. So you got to be logically consistent. Then she gives a source of that and a link to the text, understanding material text cultures, which you can get from Google Books. All right, y'all still with me in the chat, yo? I'm trying to get this over because I got to do some things. I hate that I got to rush this. I might have to go live with this again, yo. Cause I'm doing a lot of reading, but hopefully y'all catching on to what I'm putting down. Sandro Capo-Chichi, you wrote the gender difference between Kemet, land of Egypt, and Kemwer, the Bitter Lakes region, is irrelevant as long as semantics is the concern. Place names are sometimes feminine, sometimes masculine. What matters is the discussion uses the etymology. Okay, this is the same text I read before, but now he's putting Capo's responses in it. But I'll continue. What matters in the discussion is the etymology of both words. Please read my book till the end in order to best understand how the two-gender system appeared in the Egyptian language. No, in early Egyptian gender is strongly relevant. Alright, this is Brother Capo-Chichi responding. I gotta move a window out of my way. Okay, no, in early Egyptian gender is strongly relevant, as words either belonging to one another, one or the other, but not both, except of course in the case of beings distinguished by biological sex, etc. Some place names are indeed feminine and others masculine, but rarely both as far as early Egyptian is concerned. One does find examples of Taseti, or Tash, Fayum, but no Tatseti, or Taesh. For example. Okay, so he was saying that in the Old Kingdom, gender was very important because you don't see the same words being masculine and singular. Masculine and feminine. So we have Mboli responding. Are you understanding my comment? I was talking about whether focus on semantics or morphology, not on gender distinction. That everybody knows does exist in Egypt. Everybody knows that gender exists in Egyptian. So why bring that up? For instance, Ta is a word for land, place, but it is not the word for color, for instance. Its gender doesn't matter at all in this discussion. By the way, Chem completion is masculine, but Kemet completion is feminine. It is the same word though, as far as semantics is implied. So he's just beating this. He's beating Capo-Chichi up and down this Facebook post. B. It ain't even close, bro. But some people gotta appeal to their experts. I find your explanation. This is Capo-Chichi responding to what Mboli just said. I find your explanation of the appearance of two genders in ancient Egyptian quite unconvincing and unnecessarily complex. I don't see what's complex about it. Again, this is Mboli responding to him. Again, don't use your feelings as a demonstration. Please provide proof of your arguments. This is y'all scholar, B. Let me stop playing with y'all, man. This is your boy right here. This is y'all brought to the community talking about he debunking Mboli's work. 600-page book with a few sentences. Y'all like 6,000 words comparing languages, but y'all picking out 7 words that y'all couldn't find. Yo, it's crazy. Your boy is getting the brakes beat off of him right now. He getting in his feelings right now. I find your explanation of the appearance of the two genders in ancient Egypt quite unconvincing and unnecessarily complex. Again, bro, don't use your feelings as a demonstration. All you gotta do is provide me with some arguments, some proof of your arguments. Give me some proof to what you talking about. Why you mad? So continuing, he says, we have Mboli quoting Sandro Capo-Chichi again. You're wrong again on your Hajet Desheret. Indeed, those two objects are explicitly painted in their respective colors, white for Hajet and red for Desheret. Those colors act as determinatives and we cannot interpret them differently for this very reason. Again, if you read my book till the end, you will find that even this color association is a recent thing in pre-Egyptian, as the true meaning of hedge is just chief. Things are very complex in historical linguistics, and people need to be rigorous and cautious. I already read that, but he's trying to put the good brother Capo-Chichi's comments with his replies. Capo-Chichi says, I have your book at hand with page 513 and 614 open. I'm sorry, but I still don't find your explanation convincing. I don't know how you don't see what he's talking about, but he says he doesn't find it convincing. Are you claiming that there are no nominalized color adjectives, verbs in Egyptian? The way he writes this, I know he's a linguist, but the way he writes this, we don't see this in no Egyptian grammar books, the way he writes this right here. And that's another sign that you could tell somebody doesn't have a good handle on the grammar by the way that they use certain phrases and words. He says, I have your book at hand while you bullshit. And I got the book right here, pages 513 and 614 open. Capo-Chichi says, I'm sorry, but I'm still not finding your explanation convincing. Are you claiming that there are no nominalized color adjectives? No, nominalized color adjective verbs? Damn, that's confusing. You just used every damn class in the grammar, yo. Except pronouns. Nominalized color adjective verbs in Egyptian? And then Mboli replies, every single Egyptian noun denoting an object of a certain color, which is homonymous to a color adjective or an adjectival verb, cannot be related etymologically to the color word. That they must have, okay, this is still Capo-Chichi, I think, talking. So let me read over in that context. He's still asking Mboli these questions. Are you claiming that there are no nominalized color adjective verbs in Egyptian? Every single Egyptian noun denoting an object of a certain color, which is homonymous to a color adjective or an adjectival verb, cannot be related etymologically to the color word. To the color word cannot be related etymologically to the color word. That they must have different etymologies. That would be a very bizarre linguistic phenomenon indeed. Go to my Mboli. Mboli says, go to my previous comment on the matter. The example of chem completion. Yeah, because you already explained this already. So I don't know why the brother's a little confused right here. He's asking if you can. You trying to say there's no nominalized adjectives? Adjectives that came from a verb. Nouns that came from a verb or nouns that came from an adjective. No, he's not saying that. He already explained that with the word chem completion. It could be a verb. It could be a noun. It can be an adjective. That's why we don't use the word nouns. Brother Wujao teaches us not to use the word nouns because substantives would be better. Because nouns could be adjectives. Because adjectives could be nouns and adjectives. They could function both as both. So just call them substantives or bring both of them under substantives. Adjectives and nouns are substantives. So you can just call them substantives. So John Claude Mboli continues. Sandro Capo-Chichi, you wrote, again, you failed to make the required distinction between quasi-homographs. Excuse me, y'all. These are the same ones I read without the responses, so bear with me. Again, you failed to make the required distinction between quasi-homographs. Chem where in this phrase is not the same as chem where the Bitter Lakes region. Please pay attention to determinatives. Same words can be written using different determinatives. The name Kemet for Egypt is a case in point. Kem, in the aforementioned hymn to Osiris, has been interpreted as a reference to the Bitter Lakes because of the mention of other bodies of water in its immediate context, but there is no room for contradiction. I think the author opposed to this translation. Not sure who will come back later. I will come back later. Okay. This is still Sandro Chichi talking. He says Kem, in the aforementioned hymn to Osiris, has been interpreted as a reference to the Bitter Lakes because of the mention of other bodies of water and its immediate context, but there is room for contradiction. I think one author opposed to this translation. Not sure who, but I'll come back later. Then Mboli responds, determinatives matter. Even when several determinatives are used, they are semantically coherent. So it doesn't matter how many different determinatives you saw. They're all coherent semantically. That's what the brother's saying. And linked. And the context in which the word is used also matters. So stop using others' interpretations as proof when in your own words other interpretations are available. You a linguist, for God's sakes. Why is you appealing to other people's translations?
Bang, bang, bang.
Shit like that. Shit like that.
Shit like that. Shit like that. You know? You shouldn't have to rely on other people's translations if you know the language, if you could read it, right? And Deidre chimes in. You know Deidre gonna come with a heavy hammer right now, to finish it off. Deidre says, Sandro Capo-Chichi. Another discrepancy is the actual artifacts of coffins featuring apis bulls feature cows that are black and white, not all black at all. This would seem more evidence that Kem is about locations where cows can thrive by watered areas. And she shows her source. As you can see, the apis bull in this picture is mostly white. So why isn't he called Hedjet? Damn, that hurt him. Damn, that hurt him right here. She got another primary. This cow isn't all black. She got another one. This cow isn't all black. Putting daggers in your boy. Another one. Overkill. This one don't got no black. This one isn't all black. It has Hedjet in it. So Deidre going in right now. I actually don't find any artifacts featuring completely black colored bulls, which further supports Kem is all about. Oh, excuse me, let me read that again. I actually don't find any artifacts featuring completely black colored bulls, which further supports Kem is all about the cattle and the geography that supports the thriving of them in that setting. Hence, Ikem for shield is not about all black. I guess all black people. It's not an all black shield. So she's showing that this shield, which is called Ikem, has the same multicolored cowhide on it. See it? But they call these Ikem. They're not all black either. See the shields? Damn, she putting work on this dude, bro. Deidre Ramsey's McIntyre. Odin Golet needs the parenthetical for this sentence to even make sense. Both the black and red lands are in Africa. We know both groups are black people that physically can live in one another's communities, but the settings are different. So she's making a case that the distinction of Kem and Desheret has to do with agriculture, not skin color, which makes perfect sense. Skin color is ridiculous. But let's go. So we have here Harry Tep and Kem 2 Desheret. chieftain of the black inhabited places and the red desert places. And she goes on to say, Deidre teaching right now. Shout out to Deidre. She goes on to say, Kemet is distinguished for having a cow grazing environment, i.e. water, grassland, fertile soil, but Deseret is dry, barren, with some far-flung oasis not by the Nile where you locate. Based on the birds, the pink flamingos are how you find water in African deserts. So if you don't know what an oasis is, that's like in the desert. It might be a little pool of water or something, you know what I'm saying, where you can get refreshing from. They used to make man-made oases when they were traveling outside of Kemet in the desert, so they can have somewhere to rest or whatever. Some were natural, some were man-made. Then she shows a picture of the flamingos down by the water. That's how you can find the water in the desert. And Deidre goes on. The colors are really ancillary to the geography implications. This is why Desher is not the only color for red, and neither is Kem the only color for black. Bottom line, you have Kem, there is going to be cows, cattle, culture at some point. Facts. Rahman Haroon chimes in and says he's applying European nonsense. Facts. European colorism. That's all that's being applied. That's what everybody's doing when they try to do this land of black people in Kemet. You ain't doing nothing but doing reverse racism that you learn from the European. But let's go. And I am discounting the cosign in this discussion because culturally, ancient Libyans aren't depicted similarly to how San represent themselves. So I'm staying consistent with Africans who either still have a livelihood traversing the Sahara or have the culture and it gets cut off. She continues, Asar is the fertility deity, very black or very fertile, like the soil. It can't be understated that the entire Asarian festival ends with the planting of seedlings fashioned in the likeness of Asar. It is an agricultural festival. It literally makes, then it's cut off. And Mboli comes back because he wants to get a few more shots in because, you know what I'm saying, Deidre dominating the shots right now. So he wanted to get his licks in real quick. So he comes back. And I think I read this earlier, but he's showing Mboli's quotations. I mean, he's showing Capo-Chichi's quotations because he got blocked. Pascal Vernus, 1978, wrote his dissertation on the Thebes. This is Sandro Chichi talking. In 1970, look how far back he goes. Pascal Vernus, in 1978, wrote his dissertation on the Thebes and deals extensively with the evolution of the different variations of the name. I strongly suggest that you read this monography if you wish to deal scholarly with the Thebes in the future. Don't appeal to authority with me. Put here your arguments. That's what Mboli says. Because he keeps appealing to authority. Now he's appealing to some authority in 1978. He says, stop appealing to authority with me. Just put, Mboli wants to have this fight right here, right now, yo. He wanted it all laid out on the table, and then he got blocked because he done put hands on somebody. But he wanted to have this discussion out in the open right here, right now. Why was this in the hot in the cut, yo? Why I gotta be the one to bring this out right here, yo? But I might have to come back with a part 2 because I might have to jet and pick some people up. Let me make not yet. I'm gonna keep going until I get the text. Hopefully I can get through this. Alright. Please, bro. Don't appeal to authority with me. Put your arguments here, bro. Come on, let's get this done. Let's get this over with. As Egyptian is a linguistic family of its own, and this is Capo-Chichi speaking again. As Egyptian is a linguistic family of its own, I refrain from using other language families to interpret it when clear enough internal Egyptian evidence is available to understand it. Damn. Let me read that again. This is Capo-Chichi. As Egyptian is a linguistic family of its own, I refrain from using other language families to interpret it when clear enough internal Egyptian evidence is available to understand it. That's what people say when they don't got any hold of historical comparative linguistics. You know what I'm saying? You don't got that tool in your tool pocket, in your tool pouch, so you're not using it. You're just going to use the Egyptian language to find out about the Egyptian language. You know what I mean? That's what people say when they don't got that comparative linguistic tool in their belt. Then Mboli responds, "Who told you so? Who told you Egyptian was a linguistic family of its own? And you don't have to use other languages to compare." First, Egyptian is not an isolate like Sumerian, okay? The full demonstration of the genetic relationship of Middle Egyptian with many other African languages has been made in my 2010 book. Second, I fear you know little about historical linguistics, internal data, and not enough in most cases. Comparative data are. Let me read that again. I fear you know little about historical linguistics. Internal data are not enough in most cases. Comparative data are. So you can't just use internal, you know what I'm saying, data to find out. You got to use comparative data to find out. Why? Because with comparative data, you go deep in past. This is why, for instance, the position of ancient in Sanskrit gives the explanation of many features of Germanic languages. Please try to learn the comparative method and apply it on closely related languages of your choice to begin with. And then Capo-Chichi responds, "We have a mention of Ik Kem, black bull, in a threbus, which indeed suggests that Kem indeed means black in this context." And Bull responds, "Suggests, or is it proof of?" Because he put it suggests that indeed means black. So they try to, you know what I'm saying, make it look all fancy like it's, but you're just making a suggestion right here. You're not giving no proof. Again, this is Capo-Chichi talking or typing. Shit. My bad. Again, I'm not sure I'm following you. So he's trying to act confused because I guess he doesn't. At this point, he wasn't up on comparative linguistics yet. It's painfully obvious. Again, I'm not sure I'm following you. But are you claiming that there is no nominalized? He's back to the nominalized adjectives again. I think or did I read this already? Let me see. Yeah, nah, he's doing it again. Again, I'm not sure I'm following you. He doesn't know what homographs are. But are you claiming that there is no nominalized adjectives of color in ancient Egyptian? If not, what's wrong with a bull being called Kem, black? Noun, adjective. Because of his color, just like one would say a black or a black man, without black being etymologically connected to the meaning man. Mboli responds, again, do not put forward your feelings, bro. About this or that. Don't put forward your feelings about this or that. Make a demonstration. I want to get this over with right now. Come on, man. Why you pump faking? We know that many nouns are derived from the verbal adjectives. For instance, kem, to be complete. Kem, completion. Besides commit. But when you associate kem bull with kem black, you overinterpret. You have no proof of any link. This is why comparative data are important.
Bang, bang, bang.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Are you following now, brother Chichi? You showing your weaknesses. You exposing yourself a little bit to those that know. Kemet, Egypt is widely, I think this is the brother Chichi again. Kemet, Egypt is widely considered as a nominalized adjective marked by a feminine suffix T. And then Mboli, I think, responds, is this a demonstration or an appeal to authority? Please be serious and provide proof of what you claim. Look how you're talking to this PhD expert, linguistic expert. But Mboli's a pseudo-linguist. But look how he's walking them down, like my brother Chavis said in the chat. He's walking the boy down. Yeah, he ran out of bullets. He don't got no bullets, so he's repeating the same stuff. Kemet, see, look at him appealing to authority. Kemet, Egypt is widely considered as a nominalized adjective marked by the feminine T suffix. Is that a demonstration or appeal? It's an appeal to authority, bro. Demonstrate something. You do a PhD. I wrote a 600-page book. I need you to demonstrate something so you can count on anything I said. You failing miserably. So, Chichi again. There is, however, disagreement between Egyptologists. Now he's going to give us a lesson on the disagreement between Egyptologists. There is, however, disagreement between Egyptologists regarding the context of insertion of T to Kem. According to some, T is just a class marker that nominalized Kem, black, adjective, giving it a feminine gender in the process because many place names are considered to be grammatically feminine. According to others, T was just a mark of agreement, as Kemet was originally an adjective qualifying a feminine noun before being nominalized via conversion or derivation with a zero morpheme or whatever. Wow. So he's trying to flex his little grammatical muscles on knowing about the agreement of adjectives when they have the feminine T on it and derivation and conversions of nominalized nouns into adjectives or adjectives being nominalized into nouns, which you know, even I know. So you know Mboli knows. Why is you even saying this, bro? This is like basic stuff right here. Those are not my feelings. So, Capo-Chichi, you done shot a bullet back. Those are not my feelings. Just the conclusions of some of the most renowned Egyptologists who dealt. My man is reaching hard, bro. My man's reaching hard for that appeal to authority. Ain't you a PhD? Why are you appealing so hard, bro? Instead of demonstrating. Well-renowned scholars. Come on, bro. Those are not my feelings, just the conclusions of some of the most renowned Egyptologists who dealt about this issue. And Mboli comes back. Stop playing the appeal to authority with me. Please provide your evidence. So it sounds like a broken record at this point. Deidre comes in to get a few more licks. Sandro Capo-Chichi, what is wrong with the bull not being defined as black? Is rooted in the artifacts themselves. Ramses III has a Kem labeled bull that is not black in color. The last bull, and I know I've mentioned this now for the third time with this comment, but you haven't responded with an explanation, so perhaps this is the charm. The third bull is labeled as Kem and is not a black bull. The only bull that can be labeled mostly black is the second one. So please explain why the Kem bull is not black, given your position is that Kem means black always. Then she shows the source again. You see the Kem glyph and the red bull. Or light brown reddish bull, whatever you want to call it. Sandro Capo-Chichi, you know very well the fourth cow, so she's not doing like Mboli and putting his replies in parentheses, so we don't know what he said But it looks like he finally responded to it. Sandro Capo-Chichi, you know very well the fourth cow from Ramses III mortuary temple is not black in color, with all the cows faded. So you could tell by her response that Capo-Chichi was trying to say that the paint faded. He's trying to say that this was a black bull. Wow, bruh. The PhD was saying this was a black bull, but it faded, and you can clearly see that it was reddish brown or whatever. It was more of a reddish color. The paint is still there, bro. But when you blinded by black allergy, you're gonna see a black bull right here that got faded. Know what I mean? Don't matter how many papers you got. You know very well the fourth cow from Ramses III mortuary temple is not black in color, bro. With all the cows faded. All of them is faded, not just that one. The black color is still identifiable with the second cow. And even with the nearby was scepter. And that was not the fourth cow. That is not the fourth cow. Moreover, it's been repeated several times that chem doesn't mean black in every dictionary listing. That black is an abstract adjective and wouldn't even make sense for it to be a primary source definition in the first place. Damn. Given that Kemet is oldest as municipal names even before it became a National Geographic term, are you assuming that that 3 or so known municipalities named Kemet, including Kom Ombo, were black populations? She made a mistake right here saying Kom Ombo. Were black populations or had different soil than all the other municipalities of the Old Kingdom? Middle Kingdom, in the Old/Middle Kingdom? And we can't see his comment, his reply, so we go back to Deidre. Sandro Capo-Chichi repeating, so you are saying that the original municipality names that used Kemet before it became a national term means that all other municipalities did not contain black people and or did not have fertile black soil. Which one is it? Sandro Capo-Chichi. Not Kom Ombo, so she corrects herself. Not Kom Ombo, my error. That's in the boot for Kom Ombo. Desher isn't always a color word. I'm saying those are categories of cows that don't have to be that color, as evident by the Ramses mortuary depictions of cows. If Kemet is a herd of cattle, and I don't know of any artifacts depicting the entire herd as black cattle, how would Kem word be nominalized adjective for black? All black cattle, even the slight white markings, would be the exception, not the norm. Even Desher isn't the exclusive word for the color red, nor is Kem the exclusive word for the color black. They had more than one word for these colors. Then she shows us source on Faulkner again, as Kemet meaning herd of cattle, not black cattle. And she shows that again. The cows, the faded black cows. The tomb labels of the pre-dynastic tomb UJ bone tags. This right here is a killer right here. She's gonna kill him right here. The tomb labels of the pre-dynastic tomb UJ bone tags is the bottom left one beginning with Desher. Do you think it was labeling something red in color, or is it identifying a category, type, region, item associated with the product label? So these are labels right here in categories. You can see these tags. She shows the primary, and this is Desher. I think she was saying, or would you say Desher is she was saying, are you saying this category just saying red? Everything this category red goes into? Or is it a category for dry, unagricultural land that you can't have, that you can't grow things on? Damn, she killed them with the tags, with the so-called warehouse tags. Stocking. Overwhelming Kem as a primary may be tied to cattle, not the color black. Take for instance the words for shield. In no way are shields of Ramesh black in color. So she went back to the shields again. I guess she's trying to get a response from Capo-Chichi. They're not black in color, but they are cowhide. Then she goes in the dictionary for Ikem, and it has shield. She's showing her sources. You can't say she ain't showing no sources. Then she says, in the tale of Senenhat, it is not that he is in Syria. This kills him too. It is not that he is in Syria and came to a black lake. It is that he is about to drink from the lake where cows are herded. Peep that. When Sennahat is in Syria and comes to a black lake, it's not that he's about to drink from the lake where it's not that the lake is black. He's about to drink from where cows are herded. He is stopped from drinking from Kemwer, the great cow, waterway. In all instances, even outside of Kemet, Kem is associated with pastoralism. So he is in Peten, but specifically by the cattle drinking waterway, which is why above there is a Kem. And there is no black in color shields as normative, but again a connection to cow / bull. That's the connection. Cattle keeping lands versus Desher, desert barren, non-cattle supporting lands.
Bang, bang, bang.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Deidre going in. I thought Mboli was putting hands on him, but Deidre was putting hands on him too. And here's her source to what she was saying. If I can get it on my damn screen. So I gotta make this real big for y'all to see this. So bear with me. Hopefully I get it right. That's probably as big as I'm gonna get it, y'all. So this is what she was talking about. The Berlin Tale of Senenhat. So here we go. Hedgen ta pe en e patin. Ken qui ta en kem wer. Ker en ibit. As en f we. The teb qui. Keki kem. Jed en e. The pet moot nen. Chesi. What was that? Chiseti. Ibi Howie. At daybreak I reached Petin and alighted at her land of the great black water. Thirst struck, it overwhelmed me. I panted, my throat parched. I said, this is the taste of death, binding my heart and my body. Alright, so she's showing how he went to he was at the great black water. Well, he was at the lake, about to take a drink. He was thirsty, feeling like he was about to die. 2. Continuing on. Sejem en e karu nemi en memenet gemeh en e setiu cin we meten pa wenen her kemet aha en ready en f Eni mu pes eni irritet semeni sem eni henna f n wahit f nefer eret in sen. I heard the sound of lowing of cattle and sighted Syrians. I was spied out by one of their scouts who had been in Egypt. Then he gave me water and milk was cooked for me. I went with him to his people. What they did was good. I'm not showing my screen? Oh, that's fucked. Oh, bro. Hold on, I am showing my screen. What you talking about? Oh no, I'm not. I'm bugging, B. Thank you, Teddy. How long I ain't been showing my screen for, man? That's crazy. I ain't been showing my screen, bro. Let me know how long it been like that. What's up, my screen share, bro? there we go. I guess when I try to make it too big, you know what I'm saying, it stops sharing. Hopefully y'all see it in a second. I'm about done now though anyway, so let me see how long that shit was not showing. Okay, I don't think it was too long. Alright, so y'all see it now. Is it showing now? Put a 1 in the chat if you can see it now. I'm pretty sure y'all can see it. So this is basically the primary source she showed to show that even outside of Kemet, when Sending Hat was in Syria, and we got a Kemet in Syria. Feel me? There's a Kemet in Syria, a black lake in Syria. So it's not, you know what I'm saying, specific to just in ancient Egypt. Which should let you know that this pertaining to the cow. It's pertaining to land, this pastoralist land where cows are being raised at. So yeah, this joint right here definitely killed him. This source right here definitely killed him. And now y'all know how Mboli gets down. He ain't no sucker. Mboli done beat this dude up, yo. PhD scholar. I'm not gonna beat it down. I'm not gonna beat a dead horse, but y'all seen what happened today. So y'all share this show, make sure others know. You know what I'm saying? Let other people know what happened today. Don't let nobody fool you out here in these YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? If you feeling me, you know, maybe give me a cash
Hit
app.
the motherfucking cash app, scam God. This is what you niggas want.
You guys want to go see a dead body? Y'all want to see a dead body? Yeah. Damn. I feel like a dog died. Look like Freddy Krueger got him. He stink. That's how they smell after a while. I wonder why I take the people so long to pick them up.
That's
Each one teach one. Stay away from fuck niggas and take care of your moms.
Time for a change of the guard. Time for a change of the guard.